In this lecture, we are going to add further image optimization using a new plugin. Here is our test website. You could have noticed there are several images in multiple posts throughout our homepage. But apart from these images that are in the above the fold section, other images are not necessary to be loaded when the user enters the website for the first time. These images that are below the fold are needed to be loaded only when the user scrolls down. This can be done using a script called lazy load. There are multiple plugins available to do this job without adding any code or script inside our website. For that, go to plugins and then click on add new button. In the search plugins box, search for lazy load. There are several lazy load plugins available and I would like to use this A3 lazy load plugin. So let me click install now. Once the installation is over, we can click on this activate button. Now let's configure this A3 lazy load plugin to optimize our image loading further. Let's leave this plugin framework global settings. It's not directly related to the working of this plugin. So coming to lazy load activation, you need to enable this. Lazy load images, you need to switch on lazy load for images, images in content, images in widgets, post thumbnails, gravatas, and you also need to activate or switch on this no script support in case if the users have disabled their JavaScript, then this no script tag will work as a fallback. Next, coming to lazy load for videos and iframes, you need to enable this video and iframes in content, in widgets, and again no script support. Coming to script load optimization. Generally, if a JavaScript is loaded in the footer, then it's best for page speed because they don't act as a render blocking JavaScripts. So it's best to load them in the footer section. Coming to WordPress mobile template plugins. If you use WP Touch or MobilePress plugins, they display a different version of your website for mobile users. In that case, you can opt to disable A3 lazy load for WP Touch or MobilePress themes. Coming to effect and style. If you choose spinner, then the image will load with a spin effect, whereas if you choose fade in, then the image will fade in gradually. Also, you can load using different background color. For example, if your website has got a white background, then choose white color. Whereas if your website is based on a dark shade or black color, then you can choose black here. Here comes the last section, that is image load threshold. It's best to keep it as 0 pixels, but if you increase this threshold, then elements start to load as soon as the user reaches this threshold instead of when they actually reach the actual viewport or the actual section of the page. So we have completely configured this A3 lazy load plugin. Now after configuring, click Save Changes. Now let's view our website again. Now let me scroll down and have an eye on the images. You can see that they are appearing with a fade in effect, but it's not that visible to the eyes of a normal user. So a normal visitor or a user won't notice this lazy loading of images, but it will help in decreasing the page loading time and also improving the page speed score. So as of now, we have compressed the images, added a separate CDN for images, and we made further image optimization using a lazy load plugin. So with this, we have completely optimized and compressed the images on our website. So let's see the page speed score and page loading time at this stage. When it comes to page speed, as I said before, the important things are choosing a best page speed optimized theme, a customizable server, and a good CDN. After that, the best page speed tuning possible. In our case, we haven't even entered into the core tuning, that is adding cache or minification or eliminate render blocking. But still, I have already got a good score by just optimizing the images and adding a CDN. Whereas in case of mobile, I need to do further optimizations like minification of CSS and JavaScript, eliminate the render blocking of CSS and JavaScript, and also I need to reduce the server response time. But in case of page loading time, I have already got 1.06 seconds load time. This is possible because of a page size of just 322 KB. The reason behind this lower page size is a page speed optimized theme, that is the 2017 theme by WordPress itself. As I said in the first lecture of this section, even though I have got a good score in PageSpeed Insights tool, my first byte time or the load time is not as good as we saw in the first lecture. But by just adding Cloudflare, compressing images, adding lazy load plugin, we have almost got a grade for all the suggestions and recommendations. In the upcoming lectures, let's add further optimization to our website. But in the next lecture, let's see how to reduce the response time or the first byte time using a plugin.